Good day, everyone. We are the reporters of Group 6 and we will be discussing about business continuity management in Module 6. First, let me introduce to you the module learning objectives. First, define continuity management. Second, enumerate and discuss the 7 steps of continuity management. Third, explain what an interruption event is. Fourth, enumerate and discuss the telltale signs of a critical situation. Fifth, describe the critical situation management method. And the last one, six, enumerate the 8 disciplines of the 8D approach. Business continuity management. Business continuity management. The challenge to business continuity management is to plan for seemingly uncontrollable circumstances so as to provide for consistent excellent service. It means BCM prepares organization for unexpected events like disasters or system failures so services can continue without major disruption. Therefore, the goal of continuity is maintaining the uninterrupted availability of all key business resources required to support essential business activities. This means the main purpose of BCM is to ensure that important systems, people, and resources stay available so the business can keep operating manually. Goal of business continuity management is most evident in the following. First is uninterrupted availability. Continued business operations. The goal is to prevent the business from stopping. So business continuity management, it creates backup plans, recovery procedures, and alternative working methods so that the business can continue operating with minimal downtime. Second is key business resources, ensuring critical business capability. A business cannot function without its critical resources. Business continuity management, it ensures these resources are secured, backed up, and available. So, the company can maintain its capability to serve customers and perform essential operations. Third is essential business activities. Key business goals. So, not all tasks in business are equally important. It identifies which activities are essential for survival and makes sure they are protected and can operate even during emergencies. Each process has a period within which interruptions will not affect achievement of key business goal. So every business process has a certain time limit where it can stop functioning without causing serious damage to the company. Beyond that period, business goal will be impeded and interruption becomes extraordinary. If the interruption lasts longer than the allowed time, the business starts to experience consequences like loss of sales, delays, customer compliance, or operational failure. So, this means the interruption is now serious or extraordinary because it affects business goals. Business interruption event is triggered when the interruption on a key business process exceeds the maximum allowable time. A business interruption event officially happens when a critical process is down past the maximum time limit set by business continuity management. Business continuity management triggering event. A business management triggering event is something that forces the company to activate its business continuity plan. because it threatens operations or may cause significant loss. So, it has two main characteristics. First is extraordinary events. These events that go beyond normal or expected downtimes. Second one is high impact. It can cause significant damage to the business. ANAO uses the term outage, meaning the Australian National Audit Office calls these interruptions outages. An outage simply means something is not working or unavailable. Business continuity management reduces probability of occurrence. The goal is to reduce the chance likelihood that a risk or interruption will happen. Business continuity management does this through preventive measures. Develop measures to prevent the risk from occurring if it is within the organization's control. So, if the organization has the power to prevent a risk, business continuity management recommends taking actions. Second one is, if cost effective, some preventive actions may be possible but too expensive or unrealistic. Moving factory into an underground bunker to avoid tornado damage. So this would cost too much and is not practical. Reduce the likelihood of the risk if total prevention is impossible or not cost effective. So, if you cannot fully prevent a risk, then business continuity management focuses on reducing the chance that it will occur. 6 business continuity management process steps. First is initiate project. Second, identify key business processes. Third, undertake business impact analysis. Fourth, design treatments. 5. Implement continuity treatments. And the last one, test and maintain the business continuity process. Business continuity management process is step 1. Initiate project. This is the starting phase of the business continuity management process. The goal is to set a clear direction and prepare the foundation for all business continuity management activities. It includes documents objectives, scope, boundaries, establish management committee, establish budget, and timeable. Step 2. Identify key business processes. So this step identifies what parts of the business are most critical and must continue during disruptions. So it includes identify key business objectives, identify key business process, align business process with key outputs, and the last one is understand key activities, resources, and interdependencies. Step 3. Undertake business impact analysis. So, it identify key people, gather information, document issues, and determine how long each process can be down. Step 4. Design continuity treatments. So, it reviews controls, finds solutions, choose backup methods, and implement them. Step 5. Implement continuity treatments. So, these steps puts into action the solutions designed in step 4 to ensure the business can continue during disruptions. A. Formulate measures to mitigate adverse effects shorten interruption if risk occurs. So it creates actions that reduce the impact if a disruption happens. B. Planning for redundant resources and alternative processes. It ensures there are backup systems, staffs, or locations ready. Step 6. Test and maintain plan. This step ensures the business continuity management plan works in practice and stays up to date. So, here are the 5 key testing methods: paper test, manual verification, supply validation, structured walkthrough, unannounced team assembly.
The next topic is critical situation in the IT BPM industry. This is slide defining a critical situation. CRITSIT definition: it's when the ability to provide consistently excellent services is compromised. Organizational state: it's an organizational state where signs of decline, service quality, and optional management become evident in service delivery. A CRITSIT indicates a problem that impact the quality and reliability of services in the IT BPM sector. Telltale signs or symptoms of a CRITSIT in the IT BPM industry. Service level agreement or SLA failures. Consistently missing key SLA or a contractual obligations. Financial risks. Business control and the financial status of a contract or account are deemed high risk. IT issues is persistent IT infrastructure problem. Disrupt operations. Example, payroll delay. Data breaches, recurring data privacy incident or fraudulent activities involve client information. Customer dissatisfaction. Declining customer satisfaction and increasing customer escalations. Cost increases. Rising costs such as the need for additional resources. This slide highlights key indicators that a project or operations is in serious trouble and require immediate attention. Entering a CRITSIT in the IT BPM industry. State of crisis. Entering a CRITSIT means being on the brink of a crisis or emergency. If not addressed, it could significantly increase the risk level. Senior Management Declaration. Declaring a CRITSIT is not a casual decision. It should only occur after senior management has established a clear set of criteria. In simple terms, it should about recognize when the high situational is becoming critical and needs immediate high-level attention to prevent further escalations. The slide specifies who should jointly declare a CRITSIT in the IT BPM industry. Delivery Center Leader or General Manager. Competency Leader or Delivery Process Leader. Delivery Center or Competency Process Quality Leader. In short, declaring CRITSIT requires a consensus among key leaders responsible for delivery, process, and quality. This ensures that the decision is well informed and that all relevant perspectives are considered. This slide describes a critical situation in the IT BPM industry caused by heavy flooding in August 2012 due to the Habagat phenomenon. Situation: massive employee absenteeism because they couldn't leave their homes. Impact: failure to meet SLA or a service level agreement due to staff shortage. Longer call queues because only a few agents were available. Downstream delays because other centers relying on Manila's output couldn't process with their tasks. This slide illustrates how a natural disaster can create a CRITSIT by disrupting operation and impact services delivery in the IT-BPM sector, particularly in Manila. Mitigating action taken by the IT-BPM company in response to the heavy flooding situation. Emergency declaration. Declared an emergency in Manila and sought support from other centers in Asia, China, Singapore, etc. Overtime. Requested employees already at the center to work overtime to cover for absent colleagues. Work from home. As employees with connectivity to work from home. Cross-functional support. Team leaders, management, and support staff were asked to assist with operational tasks. Shuttle service. Provided shuttle services where possible. Transformation reimbursement. Reimbursed transformation expresses. Company implemented a range of a measure to maintain the operation, including leveraging resources from other locations, maximizing available staff, and providing transformations assistance. This support aims to ensure the well-being of a comfort of their employees who are working through the crisis, acknowledging their dedication and sacrifices. Overall support provided to employees heavily affected by the Habagat flooding. This support focuses on helping employees recover from the disaster impact on their personal lives, demonstrating the company's commitment to their well-being beyond just work-related and concern. Support to the community. Fund drives. Organized by the employees with assistance from other centers or affiliates to support affected communities. Company matching. The company doubled the amount raised by the fund drive or made a separate donation. In-kind support. Providing support in kind especially to the evacuation centers. This demonstrates a broader commitment to corporate social responsibility by assisting not only employees but also the wider community impacted by disaster. Critical situation in the IT-BPM industry. A Metro Manila blackout compounded by a broken building generator. Situation. No power, leading a downtime because there's no technology support computers, no light, and no air conditioning. Impact. Failure to meet SLA because employees can't work. Long call queues. Downstream delay because other centers relying on Manila's output can't proceed. This slide highlights how power outage, especially when backup system fail, can severely disrupt the IT-BPM operations. Mitigating action taken by the IT-BPM company during the Metro Manila blackout. Emergency declaration. Declared an emergency in Manila and sought support from other center in Asia. Evacuation. Required employees to evacuate the building using fire exit stairs and await further instructions. Work from home. Employees who had a power and the necessary equipment, connectivity, were asked to work from home. This action prioritized employee safety to attempt to maintain some level of operation by leveraging remote work capabilities and seeking external support. Disaster recovery plans, business continuity plan to minimize future risks. Review and action planning. Meeting with building administration to review the situation, what went wrong, and identify action plans to improve future preparedness. Regular monitoring. Scheduling monthly meeting with the building administration to ensure action are being implemented according to the agreed timelines. Equipment maintenance. Conducting monthly, quarterly audit and testing to ensure the generator and other power system or tools are in good condition. This slide is focuses on learning from the incident, improving communication with building management, and ensuring backup systems are regularly maintained.
The situation of high absenteeism due to widespread influenza and colds, a significant number of employees in the IT/BPM sector have been affected by seasonal influenza and common colds. This has led to a surge in absenteeism across multiple teams, especially among frontline agents and support staff. The health-related absences are widespread and have disrupted normal operations. And its impact to business is considered the delayed response times, on which customers are experiencing longer wait times before concerns are addressed. Also, the long queues. This affects customer satisfaction and puts additional pressure on the remaining staff. Extended turnaround times, which is the volume of work exceeds the capacity of the available employees, causing delays in service delivery. It is also include the disruption to global workflow, where Manila serves as a key hub for work output in the global IT/BPM chain. Other centers or countries that rely on Manila's deliverables are unable to proceed with their processes due to delayed handoffs and creating a ripple effect across the entire service ecosystem. Next is the mitigating actions taken by IT/BPM to address the operational impact of high absenteeism due to illness. The IT/BPM sector implemented the following measures. First is the overtime and day of work, where employees are required to extend their shifts and work on scheduled day off to help cover for absent colleagues and maintain the services levels. Also, the vacation leave revocation. All pending vacation leaves requests were temporarily revoked to ensure maximum workforce availability during the critical period. And also, it includes the work from home activation, where these actions help stabilize operations and minimize delays in service delivery. Next is the third critical situation under the Situation 3, which is the Disaster Recovery and Business Continuity Plan. To strengthen resilience against future disruptions caused by health-related absenteeism, the IT/BPM sector is implementing the following proactive measures. First is the workforce planning review. FTE allocation models are being reassessed to ensure sufficient staffing and buffers during periods of high absenteeism. And also the agent multi-skilling. Next is the health education programs, on which wellness initiatives are being launched to promote healthy lifestyles and reduce the risk of illness among employees. These strategies aim to maintain operational continuity and minimize service delays during unforeseen workforce challenges. In this given example, which is the consistent miss on first call resolution, or what we call FCR, it is a critical service level metric in call center operations, measuring the percentage of customer issues that resolved during the first interaction. The target FCR is 85%, but the actual performance has consistently fallen short over a 5-month period. We have here the 3 critical situations in the IT/BPM industry under the example. First is the medical transcriptions. This explains that specialist output accuracy has consistently fallen below the Agreed Service Level Agreement or the SLA for 5 consecutive weeks, indicating a quality control issue that may affect client trust and compliance standards. The second one is the animation. Pre-production milestones are not being met on a schedule, causing the delays in overall project timelines and impacting delivery commitments. And last is the technical support. Escalated issues are taking longer than the required turnaround time to resolve, leading to customer dissatisfaction and potential breach of service contracts. These issues require immediate attention to prevent further operational and reputational impact. For its overall summary, a critical situation or the CRIT represents a state where the operations are on the verge of crisis, posing elevated risk if not urgently addressed. It is a serious escalation and should only be declared when senior management has defined and validated specific criteria. Next, I will going to discuss the 6 critical situation management methods. First is the prepare. So under the prepare phase is the foundation of an effective critical situation or what we call CRIT response. It focuses on assembling the right leadership, resource, and infrastructure to manage the crisis with precision and urgency. The first step is to appoint a capable project manager or team leader. Ideally, someone with formal credentials such as certified project manager or a Sigma Blanc belt. This individual must possess strong leadership, analytical, and decision-making skills to guide the team through high-pressure scenarios. Next is the assess phase. It is critical for understanding the root causes of the crisis and setting a clear path toward the resolution. The assess phase also involves setting improvement targets, defining clear entry and exit criteria, analyzing historical performance data, and applying structured root cause analysis methods to identify and address the underlying issues driving the crisis. Under the developed recovery plan, it is a critical step in resolving a crisis effectively and restoring operational stability. It begins with prioritizing the identified problems and root causes based on their impact and urgency. This ensures that the most pressing issues are addressed first, allowing for quicker recovery and minimizing further disruption. Once priorities are set, the CRIT team engage in collaborative brainstorming to formulate detailed action plans tailored to each problem. So these plans should be specific, measurable, and aligned with the overall recovery objectives. Last is the gain commitment. The gain commitment phase is essential to ensure alignment, accountability, and trust among all parties involved in resolving a critical situation. Once the recovery plan is developed, it is crucial to secure the client's buy-in, specifically if the CRIT is acknowledged within the terms of their contract or account. Their vote of confidence not only reinforces the partnerships but also validates the proposed course of action.
Execute the plan. First, execute a pilot or go for a full implementation of the recovery plan. So, try out the recovery plan on a small scales first or apply it fully if ready. This helps the test if the plan really works before rolling it out everywhere. Next is conduct frequent checkpoints and toll gates per an established metrics glide path. So have a regular meetings or checkpoints to see if things are going as planned, and compare results to the goals or metrics you already set. Next is document the changes in the process as it gets implemented and standardized accordingly. So write down any changes made during the process, and once some things work well, make it a standard way of doing things. Next is establish regular stakeholders and customers feedback sessions during the implementation of the recovery plan. So talk to the team members, managers, and customers often. Listen to their feedbacks to make sure the plan is improving and meeting their needs. Close the recovery. Present to the stakeholders and the clients the improvement of the metrics per the glide path. So present to the stakeholders and the clients how much the situation has improved based on the targets or the goals. Next is get the sign-off of the stakeholders and the client to improve the exit from crit seat and return to business as usual mode. As the stakeholder and clients ought to officially agree that the problem is solved and the operation can go back to normal. After implementation of the action plans and full recovery from crit seat, conduct an evaluation of lessons learned and collect this for the future reference. After everything is fixed, discuss what worked well and what didn't. Record this lesson to help in the future if something similar happens. Next is ensure to develop the next steps that will prevent the crit seat from happening again. This could be done by conducting another round of brainstorming session. So think of ways to stop the same problem from happening again. You can do this through another brainstorming session with the team. Last is celebrate with the team. Appreciate everything's hard work and celebrate that the problem has successfully resolved. The 8D approach problem solving issues resolution. The 8 disciplines or 8Ds is a Ford Motor Company method to resolve a problem when the cause of the problem is unknown. The 8D is at one time 3 different things that work together. These are a problem-solving process. It's a step-by-step way to find and fix a problem. Next is a standard. It gives everyone a common method to follow so that problem solving is consistent. Last is a report format. It provides a clear and organized way to record what was done and how the problem was solved. These are the 8Ds approach. Discipline 0, become aware of the problem. So understand the complaint of customers or the problem rise. So understand the customer's complaint or the issues that was reported. A problem is the gap between what is or current results and what should be or desired promised results. So a problem is the difference between what is actually happened and what should be happening. So next is clarify if the concern is not clear. If the problem or concern is not clear, make sure to ask questions to fully understand what is it. Sets the stage and ensure that the team activities are in the right direction. So they set the direction and make sure the team stays focused on solving the problem. So assist the team and provide leadership when required. So they help and guide the team whenever needed. Has ownership, support the final decision, and has the authority to implement the corrective action and system repair when necessary. They take ownership of the process and support the final decisions made by the team. Responsible for facilitating and direct the 8 team. They have the authority to carry out corrective actions and make necessary changes to fix the system. Ensure the group performs its duties and responsibilities. They are responsible for leading and managing the team so that everyone does their part properly. Next is discipline 2. Describe the problem. Specify the internal and external customer problem by identifying the quantifiable term, the who, what, when, where, why, how, and how many of the problem. Use an operational definition. The definition should have a common meaning to everyone who reads it. So use an operational definition, which means describe the problem in a clear and specific way that everyone understands the same way. Gather relevant data, info, facts. So collect data, information, and facts. So here are the 5W2H. Who identify customers complaining? What describe the problem adequately? Where located the problem? When identify the start of the problem? Why identify known explanations? How, in what mode or situation did the problem occur? And last, how many quantify the problem? Discipline 3. Implement and verify an interim containment action. Define and verify interim containment action or ICA to isolate the effects of the problem from any internal, external customers until permanent corrective action is implemented. So identify temporary measures to stop defective or non-conforming products from reaching customers. Temporary short terms. Fix taken until a permanent corrective action is defined, implemented, and verified. Communicate the containment plan to all involved teams. Ensure proper documentation of what actions are taken, where and by whom. Train operators or inspectors if new steps are introduced. Verify the effectiveness of the interim containment action. Confirm that the interim actions fully prevent the problem from escaping downstream. Verify the effectiveness of ICA. Perform tests to evaluate, conduct inspections, functional tests, or audits to confirm that the containment effectively isolates or eliminates defects. State the results. Document tests finding clearly, include before and after data showing improvement. State the procedures for ongoing evaluation of effectiveness, like controlling charts, check sheets, and etc. Establish monitoring tools such as control charts, check sheets, inspection logs, layered process audits, review result daily or per product batch. Prioritize goods nearest to the customer's gates. Inspect and control all products closest to shipment or already in transit first. Define inspection, checking methods that is certain to detect the defect. Select an inspection methods that guarantees detections of the unknown defect types.
In Discipline 4, identify all possible causes, determine potential reasons for the problem. Use the 5 whys technique to drill down to the root cause. Review relevant data like FA reports, measurements, illustrations, and photos. Utilize tools like cause and effects diagrams and FMEA to list previously identified causes. Next is isolate and verify root causes. Test each potential cause against the problem description and test data. List possible corrective actions. Identify actions to eliminate the root causes. In Discipline 5, Reproduction test quantitative confirms that selective corrective actions will resolve the problem and won't cause undesirable side effects. Contingency actions define this based on risk assessment if necessary. Verification, verify corrective actions before implementation. Notification, notify all affected personnel and formalize the change action. Pilot test, run pilot test to evaluate effectiveness. Artificial simulation, simulate the solution for actual process or fit evaluation. Next is monitor results. Continuously monitor the results after implementation. Discipline 6. Implement corrective action. Implement the best permanent corrective action and choose ongoing controls to ensure the root cause is eliminated. Long-term monitoring. Monitor the long-term effects once in production and implement contingency actions if necessary. Action plan. Establish an action plan for all permanent action. Ongoing controls. Establish ongoing controls on the process. Correct defective parts. Correct defective parts that have already been produced. Contingency actions. Identify contingency actions. Discipline 7. Modify necessary system practices and procedures to prevent recurrence of similar problems. Improvement opportunities. Identify opportunities for improves and establish a process improvement initiative. Revise system, procedures, and practice if necessary. Document procedures. Document new standard procedure. Streamline to remove obsolete ones and revise previous standards. Document plans. Release specs to documents the plan. Find out. Apply solution to other equipment or areas. And last one is process control plans. You need to implement a process control plan if necessary. The last discipline is Discipline 8. Recognize the collective efforts of the team in solving the problem. Write case study reports. Acknowledge the significance and value of the problem or solution. This discipline emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and celebrating the team's success after resolving an issue, documenting the process, and recognizing the value of their accomplishment. Home sweet home. Cleaning your room, repainting your room, selling the family car, washing the dishes, doing the laundry, mopping the floor, demolishing a wall to extend your room, rearranging your room, cleaning the house, purchasing a brand new entertainment system for your room, taking out the trash or garbage, checking and cleaning the gutters of the house, washing the family car, making dinner, do the ironing, fixing the contents of your closet, and last is doing the groceries. Illustrate interaction levels for managing issues and changes, outlining how different levels within an organization handle escalations. In executive community, the roles handles escalated issues and strategic directions. The scope is executive level community of the company and services. In account or relationship managers, the role is resolves issues that span multiple processes. In scope, service provider, account manager, and company sourcing managers or next levels operational head.
In operational manager escalation, the role is handle escalated issues within individual processes. In the scope, operational managers, on-core manager, services provider, operations manager. Additionally, the transactional issues are typically resolved at the performer level or escalated as needed. Managing issues and changes issues management process. Number 1 is facilitated communication and tracking, root cause analysis, escalations, and last one is process improvement or OF1. In facilitated communication and tracking, ensuring clear lines of communication and a system to track issues from identification to resolution. Number 2 is root cause analysis, identifying the fundamental cause of an issue to prevent recurrence. Number 3, escalation, elevating an issue to a higher level of authority or expertise when necessary. Number 4, process improvement or one-off, deciding whether to implement a systematic change to prevent future issues or address the situation as a unique, isolated incident. Next is facilitated communication and tracking. Communication methods, issues, especially time-sensitive ones, can be communicated verbally or via email. Number 2, importance of documentation. Proper documentation through an issue management system is a critical for structured resolutions and preventing recurrence. Last is documentation and escalation. Clear documentation or issues is essential for effective escalation. Good issue management system facilitates. The number 1 is clear documentation. This system should provide a clear statement of each issue, including cost if unresolved, scope affected, root cause of the problem, proposed solution, financial impact of the solution, and timetable for resolution. This comprehensive documentation ensures everyone understands the issue, truly promotes transparency, and aids in tracking progress. Number 2, accountability for issue resolution. The system must assign responsibilities clearly to specific persons or teams. This accountability ensures that issues are addressed promptly with designated individuals responsible for resolving each problem. A good issue management system emphasizes through documentation and clear responsibility assignment. Together, this facilitates efficient problem solving, accountability, and effective tracking of issue resolutions progress. And number 3 is approvals. A good system facilitates timely approval by the right authorities. This includes both the service provider and the anchor or client organization. Ensuring approvals come from the correct level avoids delay and unauthorized decisions. The last one is process improvements. The system helps identify necessary changes in people's skills or training, staffing levels, technology use, policies, and processes. By analyzing trends across multiple issues, the system can pinpoint recurrent problems. This analysis highlights areas where process changes can prevent future issues, leading to continuous improvement. A good issue management system not only streamlines approvals but also acts as a tool for ongoing process improvements by learning from past issues to avoid future problems. This enhances efficiency and effectiveness for both client and services providers.